Good happening.
It's a good day. It's a good day to talk about relationships. One thing is certain, when we come into this world, we're not going to be alone. If that was the main purpose, we would be born on a little island and with nothing else around us. Right? We're very social creatures. Whether we like it or not, we all want some social activity. You need to have it. Without that, nothing works. Nothing works. You can go absolutely stir crazy. So it is a very fine line that we walk between a social life and a private and personal life. You know. In India, there's nothing like personal space, right? There is no personal space. It ends about here. Everybody is everywhere, and we never worry about it. I remember when my daughter was growing up, my front door was never closed. I mean, if I closed it, I would be closing it all day and would have to open it 5 minutes later. People walking in, walking out, children coming, going into my kitchen, eating. Auntie, do you have anything to eat? People eating out of my fridge. Everybody's drinking water. Suddenly there's nobody there. It's amazing the kind of relationships we had growing up. It was such a free way for children to be brought up. Everybody's home was theirs. It was such a sense of belongingness that we all belonged to everybody. Yet, at night everybody went to their respective rooms and homes and went to sleep, then the doors were closed. So when I moved to the West, it was quite a lonely experience. I felt it. First of all, the first place I moved to was Mexico, where everybody spoke Spanish and I only knew English. So and I was alone. My husband would drop me and go off. And as soon as I landed, within a month, I was pregnant with my baby. So it was quite a difficult experience till I learned how to speak Spanish. And then everything, of course, changed. But I found it strange that I had to call people up and say, can our children play together? I found that extremely strange. It was not something we grew up with. We came home from school, we dumped our things and we went downstairs to play. And by 8 o'clock, from all the windows and all the doors, the parents will be shouting their children's names. And then we'd all come back home. That was how we grew up, you see. So this whole idea of play dates became a very strange thing to me. And I learned to cope with that. And then after a while, you get accustomed to the silence and you get accustomed to the private space. And then when you go back home, you're like, oh my God, what is happening here? How do you live like this, right? But in spite of all the noise and in spite of all the people that we are surrounded with, 6 billion people in this world, how many friends do you have? Like really good friends? Who are your closest friends? The ones that you share your closest confidence. 1 person, 2 people, maybe 3. You couldn't be sharing confidences with all 700 of your Facebook friends. Right? There will be 1, 2 or 3 people that you'll be extremely close with, and what they say matter. And they're the ones that understand you. They're not the ones that push your buttons. Those are different people. The ones that you're plugged into, those are not your friends. Those are the ones you're plugged into, right? They're the ones that you want to impress for some strange reason, right? we just, out of all these 6 billion people, we make 2 or 3 friends. We marry once, perhaps twice. Some lucky people marry 6 or 7 times. But it's normally a very small number. You're always looking for that one person who completes you, with whom you're completely comfortable, who nurtures you and brings out the best in you. That's the person you're looking for. Not the person who controls you. Not the person who dominates you. Not the person you just admire terribly. You might admire the person who completes you, that's a different matter. But when you're looking for that perfect relationship, you say, I'm in love, right? What does it mean when you say I'm in love? All it means is that the qualities that are in you are the qualities that I long for, or that I respect and that I love. That is what I'm seeing in you, and that is the reason I love you. It is a sense of belonging. Very often we make wrong choices for our partners because love, the emotion, is a very transient feeling. It comes and goes. It's strong. Like I told you, remember, love, hatred and fear are the 3 emotions in your heart center. Right? Love, the essence of your being, remains always. Right? So when you are attracted to somebody, and you're attracted at only a physical level, that attraction can die. But when you're attracted to a person's qualities, that endures. Because something in that person completes you. All the things that you long to be, that person has. All the things that you are, that person has. So you recognize those qualities. So that's what really, it fits in like a jigsaw puzzle. And you know how people say, we knew it immediately. I think when we saw each other, we knew it immediately. It was love at first sight. When that person completes you, you just know it. But maintaining a relationship requires effort. Requires a lot of effort. We are not always happy with everything all the time. I think that's the part of the problem, is when we have bad days, like we had bad daughter days. I mean, a relationship with your daughter is also, a very important relationship. You're always trying to make them happy. You're always trying to make them pain-free. But there's always that, you've got to establish the fact that, you've got to remember with your child that you are the mother and this is your child. Always. It's not about a power relationship, but at all points, there has to be that amount of respect for the mother. And sometimes when children get a little independent, they kind of forget that and they disrespect their mothers. And it's happened many. And then we'll all, most of us will just say, okay, never mind, this is a phase. It'll pass. But if that happens more often, I think we all reach a stage when we say, enough. You need to respect who I am. And we need to establish boundaries here. Always be the mother, but always be there for your child. And that way the relationship works best. It's not that you hear a lot in India, how could you do this to our family? We don't have that. I don't know whether in the West it's that prevalent, but in India, if a child, say, falls in love with the wrong guy, it's all about, how could you do this to us? No, we're a family of Brahmins. How could you bring a Christian boy into it? Child does something wrong or something that's not correct. We always chastise the child thinking of a social, all the social norms. But you have to love your child regardless. When that child falls, when the child fell as a little baby, you picked him up and said, "You can do this." And you did that repeatedly. It doesn't stop ever. No matter at what age your child comes to you and says, "Mom, I made a mistake," you say, no matter, you hold that child's hand and say, "I'm there for you." No matter what. Yes, this is not a correct thing to do. You should have thought twice. You should have done the right thing, but I'm still there for you. We sometimes forget this in our relationships with our children. And this is more apparent when parents grow old, because children get very caught up in life and all the things that they're doing, and they forget their old parents. Those relationships are also extremely important. A child's relationship or our relationship with our parents is extremely important. We cannot forget all those years that they helped us to walk. We must hold their hand till the end. We must be there. These middle-age years, the 40s and 50s, are the most difficult because we're torn between our children and our parents. We have to balance the two. No one is more important than the other. They're equally important. You have to give equal attention to your mother as you give to your child and to your grandchild. A lot is demanded from you. A lot is demanded. But it's all about love. So what? That love you can give. Sometimes it feels like it's very hard, but these relationships are extremely important. I feel sad when I hear of close friends telling me, "I don't meet my parents anymore." They fight over small things like the ownership of a house or money. We're not able to make those main relationships in our life work. There are times that you can put in as much effort and that relationship just won't work. And you have to draw your strength from the relationships that do work in your family. Because relationships are everything. Our social connections are everything. And sometimes I feel I'm a little innocent because I expect everybody to feel the same love that I feel, or everyone to feel the same sense of belonging that I feel. But they don't. They don't give me that time. They don't give me that importance. And even till today, I feel the pain. But I would rather feel the pain than not feel the love. If I want to do for somebody in my family or my extended family, I just do it regardless, whether I get anything back from them or not. That was a very hard lesson, that people will be people. They may be heartless, but you do it anyway. Did anyone read my message today? The one of Mother Teresa. You do it anyway. You know, it's important to remind yourself about this, because the hurt is terrible. You expect your friends, your family, your close people around you to nurture you the way you nurture them, to give you love the way you love them. And when they don't, it is very painful. But you do it anyway. You do what you have to do. You do what you have to do. Because it's better to feel that than to cut people off. Because you would have missed out on that beautiful relationship. on those very good moments. And sometimes it is good to feel that pain from relationships, because then it makes you realize what is important and what isn't. How about those relationships which just give you pain and nothing else? I know we have those too, right? We have those people that unfortunately we are related to in an inextricable way. We can't help it. They gave birth to us, or we gave birth to them, or their sisters or brothers. We all have somebody like that. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do? I think that's calls for a lot of art of living. You have to disengage. You just have to pull that plug out. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be rude. But you just put up that wall so that the things that they say bounce off it and don't come through to you. But you've got to use that wall very judiciously. You can't use it for everything everybody says. We need that wall. We need to put up that wall for the people that are making us go off the path, for people that are making us do things that are uncharacteristic, react in a way that is not good, invest too much in emotion, in drama, which you don't require. Recognize who those people are. Recognize the triggers. Be aware, and when the situation demands, release that wall. Put it up. It's a transparent wall. They'll never know it's up. You don't have to even hurt them that way. You'll have that smile on your face because you're not even hearing a thing. It's all bouncing off, bouncing off, bouncing off. They can say what they want, and it's not going to affect you because you've got your wall. The thing is, you have to know whom to use this wall with. Don't use it, with your husband, with your children. Don't use it with the wrong people. Because there are a lot of relationships you have that are placed there for you to grow. There are a lot of relationships that are there for you to make a transformation. And you need to be able to recognize that this person is helping me grow, is helping me recognize where I am stuck, that I don't have dispassion, that I don't have loyalty, that I gossip, that I talk about people. We all do. Gossip is what sustains a society. If we didn't gossip, we've all got the wrong idea of what is gossip is what distinguishes human beings from animals. For example, if you had, say a tiger came and this bird saw the tiger, it would scream, right? And as soon as the other animals heard that scream, they know the tiger is there, right? But the monkey cannot duplicate the scream and let others know after the event that, in the corner, when you turn right after the next tree and go down the lane of sycamore trees and by the pool, there's a tiger there. It cannot do that. They can warn of immediate danger, but they cannot repeat stories. And that's what differentiates human beings from animals, and that is what is gossip. Gossip is when you are able to transmit one story to another person. That is gossip. Like if I can tell you that, something happened, gossip. It is not, everybody thinks that gossip is talking bad about a person. That is not gossip. Gossip is anything you say about anything else. So we all gossip. Let us not think we're a cut above the rest and say, oh, I never gossip. We all do. Some of us, it's harmless. Some of us, it's malicious. Malicious gossip is not a good idea. But good gossip is always good. You learn about others. What are you doing all day watching television? It's all gossip. Everything you're watching, all the news is gossip. It's all about other people. And that's what makes human beings so special. This ability to gossip. That's what friends do, right? When they get together, they talk about people that are not there to represent themselves. Sometimes it's good to have a moan. But maintaining the relationships in your life. People come first. People come first. You must always remember that. People come first. Money, success, power, all of that is secondary. People come first. If you maintain all the important relationships and maintain them well, it won't matter how much. You'll be the wealthiest person in the world. If you have 4 or 5 true relationships with your family, with your extended family, a couple of good friends, that's all you require to be happy. You don't need the whole world. You don't need 1,000 friends on Facebook. You don't need 500 likes for every post you make. Do you notice also on Facebook, I always find the silliest posts get the most likes. And nobody really posts all the nasty stuff that's going on in their life. They all post all the great events.
That's
or,
true.
Or they'll post about their surgeries and, something physical. I hurt my leg, I hurt my back. They'll never talk about, I'm in the pits of depression and I really, if they did that, they'd get a lot of help actually. So, all those things are very peripheral. We have to make the relationships in our life work. And that requires a lot of effort, a lot of awareness. And we need to value these relationships because they define who we are. You make good relationships, end of the day you can go to sleep very content. You have a fight with your child, you won't go to sleep that night feeling happy. You have a fight with your mother, you won't feel happy that night till you make it up. You have a fight with your husband, same thing. The people that matter in your life, you will take that extra effort to make it work. And if you do, you have all the abundance in the world. All the abundance. You need nothing more to complete you. You can have a good laugh and a good cry together. And that's what life's all about. So.
You were saying that mother has to do her duty, not to expect anything back from children, husband or anybody. I would like you to quote from the Bhagavad Gita that I'm sure they all must be knowing, but do your karma and don't expect anything. Say that.
You talk about karmanyavadikaraste mapalesh. I mean, yes, of course you're not supposed to expect anything, but that doesn't always work out. We're all human beings. We haven't gotten over our conditioning. And so there is always that element of expectation. But what we're developing in this group is just awareness. Mothers have to give. Daughters also have to give unconditionally. In every relationship, if you have to work, you have to do without expecting anything in return. We have some certain conditions for some things and no bars on anything else. Unconditional love is idyllic, it's perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. That's the truth, Mom. We would like it to be unconditional. We like to believe that we love our children and we love our parents and we love everybody. But the truth is, we all have expectations. We cannot release all expectation, but at least we can be aware of what expectations we have. Can you be aware of that? That I expect gratitude from my child. I expect love from my child. I expect obedience from my child. What do I expect from my mother?
Love.
Love. What else?
Nothing else.
How about some money? I'm just kidding. You know, whatever it is, we have some expectation from every relationship. We can't get rid of it. I know all the scriptures say get rid of all your expectations, but I'm saying just be aware of them. That's the first step. If they dissolve by just being aware, then it's good. We have elevated ourselves to a higher level. Till then, let us enjoy all the relationships that we have made and look forward to forging even better ones. Om Namah Shivaya.